created more bubbles than they can handle by denting the defense. They can't fit it up properly. That's the bottom line. Or at least it makes it hard. All right, so I believe it gives us the best opportunity to divide the defense. I want no negatives. They equal explosive plays. The only thing consistent between, or the only thing most in common with teams that have explosive plays is that they have no negatives. They stay on the field. They got a lot of plays. They're running tons of plays. All right, there's some things I don't like it against, but most of the time, if we're struggling to move the ball, we're going to run outside zone. We're going to run it. We'll line up. We can run it fast. We can run it slow, whatever, but we're going to run that play. We had 17 explosive plays. That's one explosive play every 6.5 times we ran it. Probably should have called it a lot more. Most of the guys I talked to, anything over 55% is outstanding. All right, 0.4 yards a carry. Now, he was a great zone back. He was coached very well. He did a great job. He's an abnormal zone guy. Right? Not every back can be a great zone back, but he definitely was. All right. It's more than I like. That's way more than I like. I want that around 5. We had some snap issues early. Center going to the right. Did a bad job. I did a bad job. I did a bad job with that. But we got it fixed until we had to go back in. All right. Because we get too many holding penalties. We had 1 hold on the offensive line, 2 on the tight ends all season long on that play. We had 5 total altogether with all our plays. So you don't have to be a whole team that kind of lives with a hold every now and then to run that play. You don't have to be that way. All right, now for years, I was a covered, uncovered guy. And one of my buddies came to me and said, Coach, they are ultimately responsible for their gap. So don't you think that maybe teaching it as a gap responsibility might be a little bit better for them in the teaching process? And I said, makes sense. I'll try it. Now, I'll tell you right now, I hate gap open, gap close right now. But we're going to do it this year because I have young guys and it's a good time to switch. If I don't like it, we'll go back to covered, uncovered. But you get the same thing. It doesn't matter. Play side gap. Our gap is closed. We will execute a reach block. All right, and I'll go over what all these are, but we're going to execute a reach block if our gap's closed. It allows you to go fast if you want to. It allows you to slow down. It's good. But this talk will be mostly on rules and fundamentals because you just don't have time to cover all that stuff. You don't have time to do it in 2 hours. All right, so a second level reach. Now, that said, if your gap is open, you are what we call the help man. All right, you are what we call the help man. You will be helping someone. We'll talk about how we determine who we help in a minute, but you are going to either